Me that have one child, I keep receiving questions when I having another one, this, that, this. They don't know my situation. When you find out you're pregnant, just think about it and then prepare and get ready immediately. Hello everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. This is your one and only Lolo Obieze. Yeah, it's an amazing day. Yeah, so today something crossed my mind, so I decided to share it. You know, for some time now on this channel we've been talking about child spacing, childbirth and everything that comes with it. So I'm just trying to like point out something still on that same topic. You know, as we shared earlier, it all depends on your situation. Yeah, spacing, childbirth and all of that. And lately on my Facebook page, there's been this comment I've been seeing, like somebody posted, and then I tried to like, oh, this is somehow similar to what I talked about in my YouTube channel, so I decided to share it today. Some people have been commenting different things, different opinions, different suggestions regarding this particular topic. So there's something I just want to add about it. Okay, just stay tuned and hear me out. So someone who read my post lately just commented and said something on my page. She said, just tell me why I can't have my kids on in a go. I want to have 4 kids, so why can't I have them every year? Like in 4 years, I'm done giving birth to 4 kids. So this is my response to her. You can actually have 4 kids in 4 years. Yes, that is just having every year you are giving birth. In a year, 1 childbirth. Second year, 1 childbirth. Then in 4 years, you are done with having your kids, okay? However, remember, you don't have to be depressed when you don't get help from people, when you look up to people around you and they're not offering that help you think you can actually get from them. You don't have your parents living with you. You don't have anybody that is helping you out, or people around you that are not really helping you out. Remember, it's your decision. This is what you wanted. In 4 years, you want to give birth to all your kids. Remember the struggle and the stress that comes with it. So it's good that this is your decision. I'm not trying to discourage you. It's actually good for you to do this. But remember, please, during those process, remember you are not like entitled to anybody's help. So do not get depressed or do not get angry or mad if people around you aren't interested in helping you out, because it's not easy anywhere. People have different burdens, different problems they have to deal with. So within that years, within those 4 years, you want to give birth to them at the same time. Remember, you don't have to be depressed. You don't have to get mad at people when they don't offer you a helping hand. Okay? Also, you don't have to let this affect your marriage also, because childbirth comes with a lot of stress, both maritally. Your marriage can be affected if you are not really strong, if your partner or your husband is not very strong, like, yes, there can be misunderstandings because of childbirth. It happens a lot because of the stress that comes with parenthood and everything. So remember, don't do something that will affect your marriage. Sometimes the stress and the pressure at that time, like taking care of 4 kids, taking care of many kids at the same time, can actually pose some kind of pressure on your relationship with your husband because of the stress. It's not easy. So remember, you don't have to like do something that can affect your marriage negatively, okay? Because the pressure is real. Yes. Childbirth and motherhood, parenthood comes with a lot of stress. So do what you can to prevent that stress and that pressure while looking after those kids you are trying to give birth to. Okay? Also, another thing I want you to take into consideration is your situation at that point. Yes, take into consideration your situation. Remember, some people are stay-at-home moms. Yes, they have no other job than to stay at home looking after their kids. Okay, so and if you're among this category, it's fine, it's very okay, but remember, it's not easy. I know a lot of stay-at-home moms, they still complain that it's not easy looking after the kids. Honestly, it's not easy. Yes, it's not easy, but it's doable. If you can, if that's what you want, you can actually be a stay-at-home mom, look after your kids at home. Take into consideration your own situation, because if you're a workaholic, if you're a working class mom, let's say you have a job you're doing and then you want to take up this decision, you want to do this is actually what you want for yourself. Remember, it's not easy. It's not going to be easy for you doing your job and then trying to give birth at once. It's not going to be easy. That is why I said take into consideration your own situation at that point. Is this actually what you want? Combining childbirth, motherhood with your work all in the same time. You want to have 4 kids in 4 years and you have a job you're doing. Take into consideration your situation at that point. Staying at home and looking after kids is not easy for stay-at-home moms. And then you imagine combining your job with this particular decision. So just look into it. Can you do this? Is this something you can do? And then take a decision. Okay? Somebody told me recently, Lolo, she was like, oh, Lolo, the only thing I do is to just carry the pregnancy and then give birth. And after that, I have my mom who lives permanently with me. I have enough hands helping me. I have people living with me. All my house helps, like they're always there to help me. All I do is to just get pregnant, carry the pregnancy, and then deliver the baby. That is all I do. I don't have to do much. This is actually good. If you have people around you that can help you while you take this decision, this is good. But for you that is working and then taking care of so many kids at the same time is not always easy. Yes, so these are the things you should take into consideration while making your decision. So I have another lady who told me, Lolo, I was asked to resign from my job. Yes, I was asked by my husband to resign from my job and then finish give birth to my kids at once, and then after that, that he's going to find me another job. That is very, very interesting. It is. And the man was paying her 500,000 every month. She was so happy to do this because the man assured her, my dear wife, I'm going to get you a job after childbirth and everything. Yes, by then our kids are all grown, at least to look after themselves, then you can go back to your job. This was a decision made by a husband. Yes, this woman, this is her own case. And she was happy to do this because she got somebody that was ready to pay her monthly to like cater for her basic needs. She was receiving salary from the husband, 500,000 every month, and then she agreed to stay at home and then look after her kids. She was happy to give birth every year, look after her kids. Within 4 years, she was done giving birth, still receiving salary from her husband. And after that, she went back to her job. So this is her own situation. So how many men are able, what kind of job is your husband doing? Is your husband buoyant enough to pay you every month to sit at home and then look after the kids? Is it something you're happy to do? Is it something that can be okay for your family situation financially, whereby you're not working, it's only the man that is working? How is the family going to feed? Is your husband's salary enough to do all these things? These are the things you have to consider and put into consideration before taking a decision. I know the decision is not just for the wife to do, it's not just for the lady to do. It's just like you have to do this decision with your husband, with your partner before taking any decision. This man I'm talking about, he has connections. Yes, so he was actually able to do this because he had connections. He was able to buy properties in the wife's name. Yes, you heard me. So he promised the wife, my dear, I'm going to be paying you 500,000 every month. Yes, and he went on top of that to buy properties in the wife's name, just trying to make her comfortable, make her happy staying at home, because she had to resign from her job to just give birth and then look after the kids for the man. This is something awesome to do. But remember, your own situation might be different, your own case might be different. This man went and bought properties in the wife's name while she was at home for 4 years, giving birth and looking after their kids. And then he was able to fulfill the promise he made by finding her a good job after everything, because he had the connection to do this. What if your husband doesn't have this connection? What if your partner doesn't have this connection to like provide you or make you comfortable while you're at home doing all these things? So do what is best for you in your situation. Okay? Do not be pressured. The pressure is real. I can imagine me that have one child, I keep receiving questions when I having another one, this, that, this. They don't know my situation. They don't know my circumstance. It's not easy, but you have to do what's best for you. Another woman is there losing her mind because she got pregnant back to back. She doesn't have help and she can't even cater for her basic need because her husband doesn't earn much. So because she had to lose her job, yes, because it wasn't her fault. You know how these things happen. She was just losing her mind. She was crying. She was bitter. She didn't know what to do. She was so confused. It wasn't her fault actually, but life happens. Yes, it happens, you know. But what can she do? This is her situation. She lost her job. The husband doesn't earn much, but she got pregnant back to back. In this situation, what would you tell her? What would you advise that particular lady? It's not easy. She doesn't have help, remember. That was why she lost her mind. Sometimes people don't tell us the truth, like people don't tell you the truth. We see 2 under 2, 3 under 3. You see some things like that. Yes, this is something we see and we appreciate it a lot. Behind the scene is actually brutal. Yes, if people tell you what they're going through, having their kids looking after them, is something that is so brutal behind the scene. But when you see them outside, it's not easy. It's all rosy and, you know, the smile and everything. But it's brutal behind the scene. This is something that people don't tell you how it works. Okay, I know of a particular lady. She was living abroad and she was complaining she had to even go back home. Yes, she had to travel back home where she can get some help. This abroad is not easy, to be honest. She went back home where she was able to get some help from her mom, from her siblings and people living around her. Now she's able to like achieve her dream of getting help and then giving birth to the number of kids she wants to, because it's not easy. When she was abroad, she was complaining and all of that. Yes, it's not easy. It almost teared her family apart, like teared her marriage apart. Her marriage was just like shaking, and the ups and downs, all because of parenthood, all because of trying to raise kids. It wasn't easy while she was abroad, but she came back home and then she had this peace, the joy she feels in her heart. Oh my God, to be honest, she was so happy. This lady, she felt fulfilled because she was able to get help from home. These are the things you need to put into consideration while taking that particular decision. Make that decision, take into consideration your unique situation. Sometimes we see couples, once they discover that the wife is pregnant, they become so angry, they talk about it, they argue and argue and argue because of a particular pregnancy. Pregnancy should bring joy, it should bring happiness when being announced, yes. But I know of a particular family, they announced their pregnancy and then everybody was not happy, they argued about that particular pregnancy. Do you know one thing? Oh my God, they lost that pregnancy. Do you know the comment that got to me? The comment was, oh, it's like this baby knew he or she was argued about. Oh my God, this is so disheartening. Yes, it's not the baby's fault. And I won't say it's the parents' fault because they were not prepared. They were not mentally prepared. They were not ready. So they had to argue about that particular pregnancy. And at the end of the day, they lost that pregnancy. And then the way that came out of it was, oh, it's like this baby knew he or she was even argued about. It's not easy. Kids are gifts from God. Children are blessing. They are blessing from God. They are also made and beautifully made and given to us by God. They should be loved. They should come in like peaceful. They should come in like they've been expected. This is our expectation. This is all we've been waiting for. So all I can say is have them when you wish. Have them when you wish, when you know, oh, I'm mentally ready, oh, I'm physically ready. But to be honest, let me tell you one thing. Sometimes you might never get ready. Sometimes you might never be ready. Yes, sometimes we feel, oh, we are never going to be ready for this. But when we have them, we just have the strength. The strength comes. You just see yourself doing it. You keep asking yourself, oh, I didn't know I can do this. I didn't know. Where is the strength coming from? Sometimes we can never get ready. We can never get prepared enough for the challenge of being a mother and a father. But in all, do what is best for you. Have them when you wish, okay? Have them when you wish, not when someone else wish. You see some mother-in-law pressuring their daughter-in-law. What are you waiting for? It's time to have another one. You see people talking into your ears. What are you waiting for? This, that. It's not easy. Have children when you wish and when you're ready. Again, it goes beyond being financially stable. Yes, you heard me. It goes beyond being financially okay. So many other factors needs to be taken into consideration. If you want to rush them, be sure that you have help. Be sure that you are mentally ready. Be sure you are happy to even look after them all alone when people around you don't support. Be sure you are ready to have them, not when every other person is ready for you. Be sure you are ready. And you're not going to bring into the world children that you're going to pour all your frustration on, children that will just like come into this world and then feel so unloved. Some kids feel so unloved. Oh, my mother gave birth to me, or my parents gave birth to me. I feel they don't love me enough. I feel like they weren't ready and then they had me. These are some of the comments that kids make. Yes, be sure you're having your kids and you are raising them when you're ready, not when somebody else is ready for you. As I said earlier, it goes beyond being financially stable. Just putting into consideration every other factor. Can you raise them all alone without help of people around you, so that you don't pour your situation, you don't pour your frustration? You can imagine you're not ready and then a child does something that kids should do, and then you pour your frustration on that child because you are not ready to give birth to that particular child. Yes, this is some things that happen. These are the unspoken things that people do, but you can't hear it. Yes, they just pour their frustration on that kid, on that particular child, because they were not ready to have that child. Yes, these are some things that happen, and we should take into consideration every other fact. So we ought to bring into this beautiful world kids that we are going to love. So in all this, what I can say is 1 year gap, 2 years gap, 3 years gap, 4 years gap, anyhow you want it, it's all your decision to make. Okay, the good thing is that you are ready. And the last thing I will say today is, even when you're not ready, you feel you're not ready and then it happens, just get ready immediately. Think about it and then plan to get ready. Yes, The good thing is that you're not bringing into this world a child that will feel so unloved, a child that you're going to pour all your frustration on. It's not easy. I keep saying it. I just have one, and then it's not easy for me. Imagine people that have two, three, four, five. Imagine people that rushed it because people advised them to just do it at once. Are they going to help you? Will they be there for you when you're suffering, when you're struggling? Not really suffering, because kids are gifts and blessings from God. Just do it when you're ready, not when someone else is ready for you. Yes, don't pour your frustration on the innocent kid or the innocent child because you were not ready. And I will advise you, when you find out you're pregnant, just think about it and then prepare and get ready immediately so that you can be mentally stable to do this journey. It's not easy. And again, to all the amazing TTC moms, don't worry. Keep holding on. God will do unto you all your heart desires. God will grant your own child. God will grant you your own desire of carrying your bundle of joy, and is going to bring you all joy and happiness, no sadness attached to it. Kids are blessings from God, and we have to raise them beautifully to the glory of God. God bless you once again and again. Shun the pressure. Shun the pressure. People will just like make jokes with you. Why can't you give birth every year? Why can't you do this every year? Please, my amazing ladies, shun the pressure. Do what is best for your situation. Do what is best for your condition. Okay? Because they won't be there to help you. They won't be there to support you when you're struggling. Do what is best for you. Yeah, women, we've got this strength. God has given us amazing strength and gifts to do what is best for us. Take that decision and be blessed. Okay? Even when you're looking for a particular gender, they keep telling you, continue looking for this particular gender until when you get that. But will they be there to help you when you're struggling? Will they be there to help you look after your child for that just one moment? For one moment so that you can go somewhere and come back. They might not be there for you to do this for you, but they advise you give birth every year. Keep looking for a particular gender. Is that the right thing to do? Just take your decision. God has given us this amazing grace. Amazing grace. You know, women, we are strong. We are hardworking. You can do it. You can do what is best for you. Do what is best for your situation. And God's grace will continue to be made manifest in our life. I love you all. Coming from your one and only Lolo Obieze. See you in my next one. Bye.